9 foods that are bad for your bones. Just as it's important to consume foods that help keep your bones strong, it's also essential to know which kitchen cabinet no-nos may do them damage. Most people know what foods to should eat for strong bones. Anything chock full of bone-building calcium and its osteoporosis-fighting partner vitamin D just as important, but less often discussed, are the foods and beverages that take away from bone health. From overly salty snacks to high in sugar sodas, certain foods can inhibit your body from absorbing calcium, reduce bone mineral density, and more. Beware of these foods that are bad for your bones. High sodium foods. The more salty you eat, the more calcium you lose. Salt is known to cause excessive calcium excretion through the kidneys, says Felicia Kosman, MD, an endocrinologist, professor of clinical medicine at Columbia University in New York, and spokeswoman for the National Osteoporosis Foundation. For maximum bone health, Dr. Kosman recommends moderating salt intake. Keep it below 2,300 milligrams a day and you'll be fine, she says. Sugary snacks. It's important to remind yourself not to go overboard on sugar, especially if you have a sweet tooth. While there's no proven link between sugar and its negative effect on bones, the harm to bones may be caused when people consume too much added sugar and don't get enough of the nutrient-rich food they need, says Heidi Skolnick, CDN, senior nutritionist at the Women's Sports Medicine Center at the Hospital for Special Surgery in New York and a National Osteoporosis Foundation trustee. For an optimal osteoporosis diet, satisfy that sweet tooth with prunes, cranberries, and other fruits rich in antioxidants, which are healthful nutrients that support bone health. Soda. If you drink a lot of soda, it could negatively affect your bone health. Drinking 7 or more colas per week is associated with a reduction in bone mineral density and an increase in risk of fracture, Kosman says. The mechanism is not totally understood, she says, but no soda is good for general health. Caffeine. Think twice before going caffeine crazy. A study published in BMC Musculoskeletal Disorders in October 2016 found that caffeine consumption contributed to low bone density in postmenopausal women. Caffeine leaches calcium from bones, sapping their strength, explains Dina Cater, Road, CDN, an integrative nutrition consultant in Mount Kisco, New York. In fact, roughly 6 milligrams of calcium are lost for every 100 milligrams of caffeine you ingest. Alcohol. Need another reason to take it easy on the booze? Chronic and heavy alcohol consumption is known to contribute to low bone mass, decreased bone formation, an increased incidence of fractures, and delayed fracture healing, Cater says. Legumes. Beans may prevent your body from absorbing calcium. Pinto beans, navy beans, and peas are high in substances called phytates, Kosman explains. Phytates can interfere with the body's ability to absorb the calcium that's also found in the beans. Because beans are rich in magnesium, fiber, and other nutrients, making them otherwise good for osteoporosis prevention, and your health overall, you needn't avoid them altogether, Kosman says. Inflammatory foods. Nightshade vegetables, such as tomatoes, mushrooms, peppers, white potatoes, and eggplant, can cause bone inflammation, which can lead to osteoporosis, Cater says. However, these vegetables contain other vitamins and minerals that are good for your health, so, like beans, they shouldn't be totally avoided. As long as you make sure to get enough calcium, 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams a day, Kosman says you can eat these foods and still support good bone health. Raw spinach and Swiss chard. Green raw spinach and Swiss chard contain bone-healthy calcium, but they also contain substances called oxalates, which can bind up that calcium and make it unavailable to the body. Red meat. Eating too much animal protein also can leach calcium from your bones, Cater says, so if you have osteopenia or osteoporosis, you should limit red meat to 2 times a week and keep portions small, 4 to 6 ounces. A study published in Advances in Nutrition in January 2017 found that cutting down on red and processed meats as well as soft drinks, fried foods, sweets and desserts, and refined grains all had a positive impact on bone health.